We are live from the compound in Liverpool, welcoming you to E.F.W. Conflict.
And we welcome you here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. E.F.W. welcomes you home to the compound in Liverpool, England. And we're going to kick this one right off the bat with Dallas Rage versus Crazy Hammer, two of the most volatile men in the E.F.W. Both men can get it done, no question about that. Who's your pick for this one, Erwin?
Well, they're both tough, very strong competitors. It's going to be a close one to call, that's for sure. I don't really know if I have a pick. Both of these men are just absolutely phenomenal.
Very true. Both guys have already become firm fan favourites, shall we say, here in the E.F.W. Crazy Hammer, more of a veteran, not waiting for his entrance, just wants to get this on. Oh, and Dallas hammering Hammer down. It could be hammer time for Crazy Hammer.
Oh, you're right, the referee trying to get some order here.
Well, Crazy Hammer rushing down to the start of this match has not helped him. Dallas Rage, utilising that speed, that surprising speed, considering how much of a big guy he actually is. 290 pounds is Dallas Rage, of just pure fury.
Well, yeah, definitely a big weight to be flying around that fast, and his opponents are going to feel that.
Crazy Hammer, of course, 5'7" of pure muscle, Tokyo, Japan. The new Japan veteran, Crazy Hammer. Oh, it's getting taken to school here by Dallas Rage. Elbow to the sternum, going for a pin here. Not even a two. Crazy Hammer, double A tough, no doubt about that. Kick to the spine. Rage taking over control of this match against Crazy Hammer. I'm not sure many people were expecting that one, Owen.
Well, no, I mean, that seems more like an underhanded tactic to me, but...
Modified clutch, fireman carry, overhead.
These two do have a bit of heat on one another, you know, they're not very happy with one another here. They've been going at it for some time before we decided to start televising E.F.W.
That's very true. These two guys, it's become personal in the back. They've had altercations before. Well, they're going to settle it the old-fashioned way in the ring, and that's a fantastic Hurricane Rana. A 290-pound man should not be able to move like that, no. And yet Dallas Rage does.
Definitely not. I mean, that was absolutely phenomenal. Just taking Crazy Hammer out of the game here tonight.
Phenomenal piece of athleticism. It could be all. Two hammer kicks out after two. Oh, those vicious elbows to the head. We've seen that before by Rage. He seems to be a good all-rounder, Rage. He has the speed, he has the technical ability, and he seems to be a good brawler as well. But Crazy Hammer is no slouch. Kick to the sternum. The veteran will not quit.
It seems Crazy Hammer may have a chance to catch back up here in this match now.
The term surrender was definitely lost in translation for Crazy Hammer. But that won't help. Planning DDT. Wisely rolls outside. Rage recuperates. Every shot from Hammer is like being hit with a lead pipe. As he whips him into that metal guardrail, and again, head first. That's going to hurt come morning for Rage.
Well, definitely. And again, both of these no strangers to the outside of the ring.
Crazy Hammer utilising those steps. We've seen that before from the crazy Japanese bastard. Swinging neck breaker by Rage.
referee up to the count of 6 here.
The very liberal 10 count being utilised to the full extent of the law, both by Crazy Hammer and Dallas Rage. Hammer throws Rage back into the apron. Referee up to the count of, I think that was 7. Oh, it was 9, excuse me.
Hammer just backing in time.
In at least a good 2 normal seconds. Club to the back by Hammer. Irish whip again back to the outside. Bringing the big man in, belly to belly. That's incredible power for a 5'7" man.
Well, yeah, that's it, showing that strength that he's so well known for here.
He's 41 pounds lighter than Dallas Rage, and he just tossed it over his head like a rag doll.
And still only a 1.
Only a 1 count. Rage showing how tough he is.
Hammer seeming to come back now finally after that brutal start to the match.
Neck wrench, we've seen that so many times before though, when Crazy Hammer seems to get the living hell beaten out of him, and then some way, somehow finds a way back. He's so resilient. He's the veteran from Japan.
Well, yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see who comes up victor here. It's not going to be easy, whoever gets the victory.
Hammer was trying to slow the match down here, but Rage is fighting back with those right hands to the gut and the face. Hammer though count as well, with an Irish whip into the turnbuckle. Face first goes Rage. Hang him up. Oh. Crazy Hammer showing that mean streak there. Going for a quick pin. Oh, not enough.
Still only a 1.
Not going to keep Rage down like that.
We could be here for a while, folks.
Crazy Hammer trying to apply as much pressure as possible to the bigger man. Oh, here we go. 7, 10. The classic 10 head smash on the turnbuckle.
Still just getting back up after that.
Rage shakes it off. Oh, elevated suplex. Well, would that be a converted fisherman's? I would suppose. Answers on the postcard, whatever it was effective. Oh, that's incredible power. Rage counters, Russian leg sweep. Great move by Rage.
Yeah, and I think he's looking to end it here.
Setting up Hammer. Here we go. Oh God. It's over. It's over! Dallas Rage puts Crazy Hammer away. That Texas Tornado Slam.
Yeah, but you can bet this isn't over between the two.
No doubt. No doubt that these two guys are going to get it on again soon here in the E.F.W. There's no love lost. You can guarantee that. And Crazy Hammer, look at that amazing belly to belly by Crazy Hammer earlier in this match. That was sheer power. It wasn't enough to keep the big man down. See, he kicked out just after 1 now, showing how incredible athleticism. Again, Hammer was trying to keep the pressure on Dallas Rage, but not enough offense, it has to be said, by the veteran. Kicks out again after 1, and oh, one of those many slams, and there we go, the Tornado Texas Slam by Dallas Rage.
Well, manages to put away Crazy Hammer, not the weak opponent in any stretch of the imagination.
No, that's a tremendous result there for Dallas Rage, a relative rookie compared to the veteran that is Crazy Hammer. But you can bet, ladies and gentlemen, this one is not over by a long way.
Oh, definitely not. And neither is this day here at E.F.W. in the compound.
Yes, well, coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see some of the great some of the great competitors from our women's division here in the E.F.W.
Seems to have a change of lineup as we seem to be getting recently. We were expecting Green Girl Dynamite, but we were expecting her to take on the E.F.W. Women's Champion Rachel Roney. It seems she'll be taking on Cynthia Violet instead here today. Yes,
but it should be noted, ladies and gentlemen, that we have Green Girl Dynamite as Owen rightfully said about against the current E.F.W. Women's Champion. This is another example of the company's very sudden booking changes as of late. We can only call what we see, however, and Green Girl Dynamite will now have to contend with the vicious opponent that is Cynthia Violet.
Well, yeah, these two have gone at it before. I'm sure it's going to be an absolutely phenomenal match.
It was an excellent match. I believe Green Girl Dynamite was victorious the last time that these two guys did compete against each other, so I'm sure Cynthia Violet will be looking for revenge against the optimistic and fun-loving Green Girl Dynamite.
Well, yeah, and she's already been a force we were not expecting here in E.F.W.
Well, a little bit of a goof you may call her, but don't underestimate this young lady. She can get it done from Fargo, North Dakota. Green Girl Dynamite has impressed everybody so far with her athletic abilities and her attitude. So positive, and these fans love Green Girl Dynamite.
Well, yeah, but she's going to have her work cut out for her here against Cynthia Violet, an absolute crazed individual who's going to win the nutter or the superhero.
Yeah, this really is a classic tale of good versus evil. We weren't expecting it, but we're looking forward to it none the same. E.F.W. welcomes the resident superhero in Green Girl Dynamite. The fans on their feet in appreciation for this incredible athlete.
Even some signs out there saying my hero.
Here we go. No fear on the face of Green Girl Dynamite. Bearing in mind she was not expecting to face this lady tonight. The vicious, cunning, and deadly Cynthia Violet. As deadly as she is beautiful, as the 5'5", 135-pound Wildcat from Seattle, Washington. This could be a hell of a match, Erwin.
Well, yeah, most definitely.
Just a great example of the talent we have right here, right now in the E.F.W's women's division, one of the hottest women's divisions in wrestling today.
Well, yeah, and both of these ladies getting ready to go at it here. I mean, it's going to be an absolutely incredible match. I can already predict that. As you said, our women's division is absolutely on fire at the moment here.
No question. You just seem to turn around to just see the next epic encounter, really, between the glorious athletes of the female division right here in the E.F.W. right now. These are two of our best. Both these guys could be champion one day. I have no doubt about that.
Well, yeah, that's it. And you've got to believe whoever wins this match is going to get one step closer to that belt of Rachel Romey's.
Rachel Romey yet to defend the E.F.W. Women's Championship. We are yet to establish a firm #1 contender. That was a great fisherman suplex there by Violet to start off this one-on-one contest between Cynthia Violet and Green Girl Dynamite. Oh, good crowner, snapmare suplex by Dynamite. Those kicks, not enough to keep Violet down, and a vicious Irish whip into the corner. Sheer power there by Violet. Irish whip again. Oh, shoulder barge.
The crowd clearly in the corner of Dynamite here.
Kick into the spine of Dynamite, absolutely. Dynamite a firm fan favourite, Violet not so much. Violet doesn't care what these fans think, she only cares about the win. Slamming the face of our resident superhero into the canvas. Oh, vicious forearm. That was a vicious forearm by Cynthia Violet. Showing that aggression. Oh, shoulder barge. Well, no disrespect to Green Girl Dynamite, but if we're going on sheer power alone, then my tip is on Cynthia Violet.
Well, yeah, you're right there. I mean, Cynthia Violet's definitely got the strength advantage here.
What's your leg sweep?
Green Girl Dynamite just seems to pull matches out of nowhere, you know. Her sheer determination seems to get it done every time.
That's very true, as Green Girl Dynamite has been the underdog in quite a lot of the competition that she has faced in E.F.W. and has been victorious more times than not. Oh! She's going to have to step up a game tonight though against Cynthia Violet, whose attack continues on the superhero. Middle rope. Telling Dynamite to get back up. Oh! Missile drop kick by Violet. Right into the heart of Green Girl Dynamite. The big heart. That big heart might not be enough. Back rake. Irish whip. Oh wait, we've seen this before. Oh no, 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 no! No! Oh God, elevated neck breaker! God, from the second rope, that could have broke Dynamite's neck right there.
Well, yeah, that could be the end of this match.
It could be all.
It has not gone the way I was expecting.
Dynamite has not got an inch of offense. Kicks out after one. The superhero will not stay down. Violet looks surprised, but continues that attack. Throwing her onto the outside again. That vicious forearm smash sends Dynamite to the ground, and they're on the outside, Owen.
Yeah, but Dynamite very quickly that leg drop.
Oh God, massive suplex on that wafer-thin mat to Cynthia Violet. Oh, and follows it up with a planning DDT on the outside. That is a stiff wooden floor, ladies and gentlemen, underneath a half-inch mat.
Dynamite's trying desperately to get back into this game here.
Dynamite capitalizing on a liberal 10 count. Referee Alex to back.
To a chance here.
7. Oh. To back up to 8.
It's getting very close to the count over here.
Dynamite and Violet still on the outside. Violet finally back into the ring. Dynamite falls on the count of 9. That was close.
Very close. And I know we have a long 10 count, but once
powerbomb,
you're in trouble.
Massive powerbomb by Dynamite. What power! What power! Kick to the spine. Could be all. Oh, Violet kicks out. Another kick to the back. Out to Dragon Cynthia Violet.
I mean, this is exactly what we meant about our women's division being on fire. I mean, Cynthia Violet, once she had it in the bag,
setting it up here.
Dynamite just managed to pull it back yet again.
Oh, reverse powerbomb, miles to the top turnbuckle. Head smashing off the top turnbuckle. And Dynamite has taken control after the earlier offense by Cynthia Violet. Oh! Thought she was going to go for a pin there. Wants to make sure. Pulls Violet into the center of the ring. Goes for the pin. Away from the rope. Just the count of 1 though. That delay costing Dynamite possibly the victory.
Very clever to keep on the offense here though. You can't give Cynthia Violet a chance to rest.
Yeah, definitely great tactics there by Green Girl Dynamite on the second rope. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. That's a great counter. That is a great feat of strength by Cynthia Violet.
And that's exactly what I meant.
Guillotine on the top rope. Oh, kick out after 2. Club to the back. That was a great show of power by Cynthia Violet when Dynamite looked like she was in complete control. Neck wrench by the Dragon. Punch to the face though, great counter by Dynamite. Irish Whip to the corner by Violet. This has gone back and forth.
Yeah, Cynthia Violet seems to have the offense back in her corner once again.
Dynamite now.
Dynamite's in trouble here.
Top turnbuckle. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Superplex. Oh, God almighty, what a superplex. This one's over. This one is over. Oh, Cynthia Violet has just beaten Green Girl Dynamite after a hellacious superplex. The damnedest superplexes I've ever seen.
Yeah, absolutely incredible maneuver there.
Green Girl Dynamite gave us everything she had, but Cynthia oh, wait a minute! Wait a minute! That's Sakamoto Dixon! What the hell is Dixon doing there?
I don't know, but Green Girl Dynamite looks ready to take her on if she has to.
Green Girl Dynamite and Dixon have had some issues in the past, there's no question about that. Dixon says not today, but it can only be a matter of time between those two women get it on. And I for one can't wait to see that.
Yeah, that would be incredible, and it seems the lineup changes are continuing here tonight. Hopefully we might even get that Sakamoto match tomorrow, you never know.
Well, at this point we really do not know, because ladies and gentlemen, this is perhaps mercifully later on tonight we were scheduled to see Wade Nelson versus our current E.F.W. World Heavyweight Champion, the Reaper, but it seems it's all changed, and now Wade Nelson will take on the also student of the Dog.
Well, yeah, as you said, probably mercifully, as we've seen the Reaper just absolutely annihilate Wade Nelson in recent weeks.
Well, frankly, if I had to pick anyone in the back right now to go against an unstoppable boss like the Reaper, with the greatest respect to Wade Nelson, it would not be him. That guy has been beaten from pillar to post. An incredible athlete, incredible future here in the E.F.W, but we have to keep him fit. He has to survive this current onslaught, and I actually think this is a good piece of booking here by the company, which makes a change, Owen.
Yeah, it's probably a wiser decision. He's less likely to come out injured after this. I mean, he's already still taped up, I believe.
Definitely, after the vicious onslaught by the Reaper, still having some injuries from those attacks, and here we go. The Dog. Do not take his appearance lightly, ladies and gentlemen. Do not underestimate the Dog. A very sound technical wrestler is this young man, an incredible hard worker, as you would expect from an Al Snow student.
Well, yeah, definitely one to watch here in the E.F.W. And he's almost got an easy night here against an injured Wade Nelson.
Well, yeah, Wade Nelson is no way going to be 100% tonight. We all know that. The Reaper dissected him over the last couple of weeks, but it shows the intestinal fortitude of this young man right here. You can see him already limping slightly on his way to the ring. Wade Nelson, though, showing absolutely no fear of the Dog. The incredible athlete, Wade Nelson, definitely one to watch here in the E.F.W. 6 foot 240 pounds from Fargo, North Dakota. Great wrestling country in North Dakota, it has to be said. A couple of our E.F.W. guys coming from that neck of the woods.
Well, yeah, that's where Ringo Dynamite's from, I believe.
Absolutely, I've always meant to ask Wade Nelson if he knows Dynamite from back in the day. We'll find out for you guys at some point, I'm sure. The Dog at 6'3" from Memphis, Tennessee, with the height and weight advantage over Nelson. And here we go. Oh, massive Tazplex.
Wade Nelson looking to kick that one off, but got caught off guard by the Dog.
The Dog with a one-arm half Nelson. A beautiful suplex by the Dog. And we've already talked about that technical ability from this canine destructor. From the middle row, big elbow by the Dog.
Of course, it'd be no surprise that he's going to work on those injured chest and ribs.
Oh, here we go. Oh, God. Converted fisherman's there by the Dog.
I mean, to be fair, there's probably not much of Wade Nelson that isn't hurting.
Oh, God. Facebuster.
To begin with in this match.
Nelson trying to get this match off to a quick pace, but the Dog has took immediate control here with a series of high-impact maneuvers that are all going to hurt the injured ribs and shoulders of Wade Nelson. Nelson, though, fighting back with a guillotine on the Dog. Kick to the back. Senton roll. Beautiful piece of athleticism. That's going to hurt his own back.
Well, that's the thing, you've got to think a lot of what Wade Nelson does here is not going to injure his opponent as much as it will injure him if he's not careful.
Wade Nelson is not afraid to put his kicks those injured ribs by the Dog, who immediately takes control. Oh, here we go. My God.
Phenomenal suplex there.
It's a red hook suplex there. Not seen one of those in a while. Shades of Taz. The Dog. With a top rope. Massive missile dropkick. Springboard missile dropkick. Great athleticism from the Dog. This could be all right here. No, Nelson.
Nelson perhaps foolishly deciding to kick out there.
Nelson showing how tough a guy that he is. Kicking out just after one. Of that vicious elevated dropkick. Springboard dropkick. The Dog, however, feels like he's in complete control. Misses with a whip, but succeeds with the Irish whip. With a chop to the soul, but
Oh, we saw this.
Oh, here we go. Elevated neckbreaker.
I saw that move and thought he'd try it out himself.
Well, it's effective, we know that much. Another big elbow from the dog.
Wade Nelson clearly hurt.
Going to the middle rope again for another spinning elbow smash right into the ribs. And there you see Nelson. Oh, and we can see a tactic emerging from the dog as he goes back to those ribs and that heart of Nelson. Kick to the back. Again, focusing on those ribs. Oh, guillotine. Nelson just writhing in pain there on the floor from the dog, who's systematically picking this young man apart, focusing on his injury. Massive snap suplex.
Well, yeah, no fault here of the dogs. I mean, if your opponent's got a weakness, you've got to exploit that to win.
Yeah, absolutely sound tactic from the dog. No complaints about that. Going for a cover two. Not enough to keep Nelson down. Nelson will still not stay down. This young man might want to think about just staying down to survive to fight another day. Fisherman suplex. I don't think Nelson thinks that way. Oh, elbow again to the heart. Those big elbows by the dog must cut through Nelson like a knife on butter. Into the corner. Ball out slam. Steps over it unceremoniously. Oh!
Split-legged moonsault, beautiful manoeuvre there.
That was an absolutely tremendous piece of athleticism by the dog. Oh, here we go, snake eyes! Bit of old school. Could be enough to keep Nelson away. Oh no, Nelson kicks out after two. I thought that was it.
Yeah, you've got to wonder how much Wade Nelson has got left in his bag.
As I said, Owen, you may want to think about just staying down and recuperating those ribs properly and coming back to fight another day. Oh, massive backdrop. There's no by Nelson fighting back. There's no shame to admitting that you've lost a step after the beating that he took against the Reaper. Going for a pin.
Well, you're right. Just kicks out after one. Rest on his laurels here. It seems injured or not, he wants to fight.
Nelson showing incredible guts to just keep on going. Oh! Double arm powerbomb. Crosswing powerbomb. A kick to the sternum by Nelson. Who's trying to gain the support of these fans. An undoubted fan favourite is Nelson. Feed off their energy, maybe taking a little bit too long there, because the dog fights back with a massive forearm.
Yeah,
smash.
Too slow there. Tried to roll out the ring there.
Backdrop by Nelson. Yeah, Nelson got out the ring wisely to recuperate after the dog's forearm smash, and then came right back in, and then falls off the backbreaker with a massive planning DDT. And Nelson again takes control. Drop kick to the head of the dog. Not pretty, but that's effective. Here we go. Nelson's gonna fly. I'm not sure how wise this is. Here we go, big elbow of his own. A bit of vengeance to the dog.
Well, yeah, and surprisingly here, this match has actually switched momentum.
After an early show of dominance from the dog, Wade Nelson somehow, another planning DDT, is finding a way of fighting back. Two! Kick out after two.
Can you imagine if Wade Nelson does manage to get a victory in this condition? It kind of shows the character.
Absolutely. Competing tonight shows the character, in my opinion, of Wade Nelson. Massive neckbreaker there by the young man. Oh, roundhouse kick to the face. Well, you felt the connection from here, ladies and gentlemen. The dog could be out.
Well, yeah, dog just slumped into the ropes there. Well, that means Wade Nelson has to move him to get a pin. Decides not to.
Armbar wants to inflict a little bit more punishment. Wants to put a stamp on this, on what would be an impressive victory against the dog. But the dog counters that kick to the back and follows up with an, oh, that's great, it's bridged. Nelson, no, too close to the rope, breaks it up. That's a great piece of athleticism by the dog. Oh, wait a minute, it's a Maggie. Oh, it's over. It's over. Facebuster. Insamaki Facebuster.
But again, the dog wanting to carry on.
Nelson now. Russian leg sweep. Counters. What must have been a pin attempt there by the dog. Nelson on the top rope. Perfect splash. It's over. What a victory this will be. 2. It's over. Wyatt Nelson has beaten the dog.
Wincing in pain.
With one arm.
Still injured from his last match.
And half a chest. And God knows how many abdominal strains.
Yeah, I do not have a clue how he's managed to pick up a victory here tonight.
Against a resolute and vicious dog. The dog was banded, but not clinical enough. And Wade Nelson has picked up an impressive victory here tonight. He's going to feel better about that after the 2 muggings he's had against Ryder Reaper.
Well, yeah, you would hope so. But now we've got to hope that the company give him a chance to rest. So he can actually be on form here next time.
Well, I would hope now that the company see sense and give this guy some time to recover from his wounds properly. We have a depth of talent in E.F.W, no doubt about that. Hopefully this young man will be able to get some rest so he can come back strong for perhaps a push at the E.F.W World Heavyweight Championship.
Well, yeah, but up next, wow, we're in for another amazing women's match.
Yeah, here we go again. Not advertised. We were expecting to see Riley Patterson, the student of the legendary Terry Funk, against I believe it was Cynthia Violet. Originally she was scheduled to face, but it was obviously Cynthia Violet has faced Green Girl Dynamite. Now Riley Patterson will take on the mysterious and deadly Barrier.
Well, yeah, we've only seen Pariah and Won't see it before. It's going to be interesting to see what these two do in the ring.
Will absolutely be interesting. We're going to have to wait and see, ladies and gentlemen, what these 2 incredible athletes can do. Riley Patterson with a bit of a roll the last couple of weeks here in the E.F.W.
Right, already in the ring here.
Oh, wait a minute! What you got there, man?
That's Akane.
Akane is attacking Patterson on the outside.
Obviously gone at it before.
Akane and Riley have clearly had their issues in the past, and she has just cheap-shotted Patterson at the start of this match. That isn't right.
No, that's not. I've got to admit, that was not what I expected from Akane. Didn't seem really her style, but we don't really know these people too well. Riley still starting things off here strong against Fryer.
Massive
She's got to act quick.
And a snap suplex. Patterson is not wasting any time. Oh!
A leg drop to the back there.
Not the prettiest of maneuvers, but it was effective. Oh!
Right, starting to try and take back control here.
Mariah, as Owen quite rightly said, we've not seen too much of her so far here in the E.F.W, but we hear very impressive things. Patterson, that erratic, crazy, fun-cast style, we've seen it before.
Her moves are shot with sometimes little accuracy, just in the hope of glancing the blow. Sometimes it pays off.
Oh, for a fireman carry counter. Oh, massive punch.
Right now, goading to the crowd.
Oh.
There's power out the corner there.
Patterson gets out of the ring, probably wisely so. Oh, wait a minute. Back up there by Patterson. Oh.
Out on the outside once again.
That's going to hurt.
I mean, even though most of our matches are one-on-ones here in E.F.W, they do tend to get outside. They do tend to get dirty.
Massive DDT. That wrench.
Referee up to the count of 5 here.
Shit.
Almost a count out there. The referee getting to the count of 8. And these girls still going back and forth.
Oh, very hard to pick up a dominant force early in this matchup. Both these good ladies still trying to size each other up. As I've mentioned, they've only ever faced each other once before, and that was weeks ago, and Patterson hasn't stopped fighting since, while Fire's had a bit of a break here in the E.F.W.
Both of them ensuring what they've got here tonight. These fans seeming to have the advantage at the moment. Oh, whipped right into the steel barricade. Oh. Referee again, back up to the count of 5.
Just can't get a fucking counter on it at the moment. Oh. Ah, it's really fucking annoying.
And Fryer now trying to wear down the Funk veteran, well, the Funk trained, sorry, Riley Patterson.
That's a great counter by Patterson.
Indeed, and she needs to get some offense back here.
Going right back to it. Suplex. Great suplex.
It's taken a lot out of her.
It's definitely taken a lot out of Patterson, who's motionless on the mat. Fire using the ring ropes to get back up.
Riley catching her coming in.
Oh.
Vicious stomp. Knee to the back. Fryer again with a counter.
Great counter by Fire. Fire going for a pin here.
Fryer seeming to get that one. But you can bet that attack from the counter at the start definitely
Not helping Patterson 1 iota.
no, definitely not.
There's going to be some hell to pay on that one, no doubt about it. From Patterson, who's been in a great role so far. Akane with a cheap shot. At the start of this match gives Fire the advantage. It was a close run affair, it has to be said. Not the prettiest match I've ever seen. Not a classic by any stretch of the imagination, but Fire was victorious.
Well, yeah, definitely. It's going to be interesting to see if they do get a rematch at any point, or if Akane and Riley Patterson get a match after that attack at the beginning.
And here we go. And once again, what has been another change of plans by the company tonight in the E.F.W. Is this our main event, Owen?
It seems that way.
It's our main event between the current NEW World Heavyweight Champion against the slugger of Ray Sullivan. Kind of 6'5", 250 pounds, All-American, originally from Kingston, Jamaica, do anything against the Reaper.
Well, that's the question. It seems to put someone a bit tougher in against him to see if that can slow him down.
One of the toughest guys in the E.F.W, hands down, is Ray Sullivan.
But while the Reaper doesn't have much of a size advantage over many here in E.F.W, that strength has just been phenomenal from its debut.
Well, according to my notes here, Ray Sullivan does have the height advantage over the Reaper, but the Reaper is 7 pounds heavier than Ray Sullivan. So there's really not much weight-wise difference between the two men. And of course, as you say, Owen, Reaper undoubtedly one of the strongest men in the E.F.W today. And the current undefeated World Heavyweight Champion. He is yet to lose a match here in the E.F.W.
Yeah, very intense individual.
No doubt about it. Intense is not the word. The Reaper's attitude towards his opponents, frankly, has been scary at times. We've already talked about what he's done to Wade Nelson, and he's on the list of many here in the E.F.W. The Reaper is undefeated. The Reaper has squashed pretty much every opponent that he's come up against so far. Will Ray Sullivan be any different?
Well, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be good to find out. I mean, again, as you say, we've only really seen Reaper defeating Nelson and absolutely destroying him. Can he do the same to Ray Sullivan? We're just going to have to wait and see. But Ray Sullivan pulled something out of the bag that we weren't expecting.
Absolutely, we are just going to have to wait and watch, as again, the company has changed what we were expecting originally tonight. Ray Sullivan, however, is as tough as they come. One of the most prolific All-Americans of all time, Ray Sullivan, a two-time All-American, a famous athletic career, started athletic career in his own right. Before his professional debut here in the E.F.W, the Reaper's been asking for stronger competition, and now he might just have got it here tonight in Ray Sullivan. Reaper, however, playing passing and getting the early advantage on the big man with a backdrop. Look at the size difference between Sullivan and the Reaper. That won't bother the Reaper one bit, I can promise you that. Close line. Looking to be over right here. Going for a choke slam maybe. No, thinks better of it. Playing possum. Goes up to the top. Shades of the Undertaker. Old school. Oh! The similarities between the Dead Man and the Reaper have been talked about by our fans all over the world.
Well, yeah, I mean, the Reaper definitely more into his underhanded tactics.
Well, yeah, I mean, the Dead Man wasn't exactly a saint, but Ray Sullivan there. Oh, massive suplex by the Reaper. The Reaper, if he has half the career that the Undertaker had, would be a very happy man, I can tell you that. But the question remains, do we have a new demonic presence here in the NEW?
It's a very good question. Again, he's shown such dominance in his matches, and even so against Ray, who you would not have expected him to have such an easy time against.
No, Ray Sullivan's about as tough as the E.F.W. offers, ladies and gentlemen, and the Reaper right now is knocking him about like a paper bag, stomping a mud hole. That's a two-time All-American, ladies and gentlemen. That's a tremendous athletic pedigree, and the Reaper is ripping him apart. My God, what a snap suplex. What a vicious suplex by the Reaper. Goes up top, leave it on a fly elbow.
And I don't think Sullivan's got any offense in this match so far.
This could turn into yet another squash match for this guy, and the companies need to seriously address what they're going to do about the Reaper if he keeps tearing through the E.F.W. talent roster. Then what the hell is the point of him being here?
That's a very good question. I mean, so far, such an onslaught here.
This is supposed to be a development territory, god damn it. Just put my teeth back in. And the Reaper clearly does not need any more developments. Arm drag.
It seems he is definitely ready for the big leagues.
And the company insists on putting this guy against every guy with, well, no, wait a minute, Nelson counters. Oh no, the Reaper. Vicious right hand, and a second, my God. Knocking Sullivan right out of his boots. Come on, Ray. Ray Sullivan is a tough individual, ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake about it. Oh! Harvey Nelson's backdrop slam, my God, what power! That's a 250-pound man! Oh no! Sullivan kicks out after two, the Reaper can't believe it!
Well, you can bet that's angered him.
He's an intense individual. I mean, have you spoken to the Reaper, Erwin? Have you got into the head a little bit? I know you guys in the back like to talk to these new guys, see what they're all about. I mean, what's the Reaper's deal?
Oh, I didn't want to get close to the Reaper. I don't think anyone does.
The vicious senton there, and he's using that liberal 10 count, the famous liberal 10 count here in the E.F.W. The fans showing their appreciation of what has already been a hellacious match between these two men. Ray Sullivan, however, needs to get some offense, and he needs to get some offense quick, because the Reaper is showing absolutely no mercy. Signaling the end is near, again, those demonic traits of the Reaper, just stalking Sullivan like a wolf. Like a wolf. You reap what you sow, ladies and gentlemen. It's over. It could be over right here. Mercifully. Free, it's over. The Reaper has just squashed a two-time All-American and Ray Sullivan. Absolutely squashed him.
That raises the question, what the hell is it going to take to see the Reaper defeated here in the E.F.W?
The only guy who's even come close is Crazy Hammer. The only guy who's got a shred of offense is the veteran from Japan. All these new guys have frankly had their clocks cleaned by this incredible talent in the Reaper. There you see it. Shades of Razor Ramon, you reap what you sow, and it is over. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, we've seen this before. Come on. Come on, there's no need for this. Sullivan is out, for God's sake. Sullivan, oh no, but it's all steel chair. Steel chair by the Reaper. Oh, continuous shots to Sullivan. My God, we need some security out here. Seriously, the Reaper snapped. The Reaper snapped. Sullivan has a wife and children, for God's sake. Oh. My God, Ray Sullivan has just been annihilated by the Reaper.
You've got to wonder if this is what we're going to expect to see every time the Reaper has a match here at E.F.W.
Only time will tell, but the company must address this situation before people start getting hurt. What a night it's been. Good night.